Hi everyone and welcome to Timeout Tuesday for the 26th of May, the last Tuesday in May actually. And if you look at the clock behind me, you'll see it says 5:15 because I'm recording this on Sunday night because I've got lots of appointments Tuesday morning, so I can't do both at the same time. Now, today I'm going to be doing, it's a little bit of a project in fact. I'm going to be using Bloom Boutique. When we were on stage, Brian Pillings showed this beautiful suite. He kept calling it grandma sheets, so I think it'll always be known as grandma sheets. So you can see it is lovely. It's made up of two stamps and two lots of dies, and you get the box as well, plus some, well, you can use those as well, but it's really pretty. So let me show you the papers first. This is all I've got left of this one. Pop that down there. That's this A side. This is the B side. Pretty, isn't it? Next one, I'm just going to pop them underneath as I finish with them. This is the A side, and this is the B side. Golden Glow. Then there's this one, which I love too. It's got little blue flowers and crisp cantaloupe flowers, and this is the other side of crisp cantaloupe. And I've got a piece of thread on that. The next one is gorgeous too. It's this one, and that's the other side. Coming into sort of blues and greens now. This one is beautiful too. It's got like a little shimmery, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's got a little shimmery, oh yeah, there it goes. I'll keep my head back a bit. Center to the flowers, and this is the other side. Okay, and the last one is this one. It's got like a wavy pattern on it, and again, it's got, if I can get it right, there we go. There's your shimmer. Okay, so that's the papers. Put them over there. And these are the stamp sets. So there's scalloped blooms, and this is the sayings that go with it. And these are boutique blossoms, they're called. These are the dies, these are the flowers. So I'm going to be using a lot of different ones of those today. First card I was inspired by one I'd seen on Pinterest called it was by Kelly McGuinness, and I thought, oh, that is pretty. I changed it a little bit, but it's using Golden Glow. And what she did, this is the finished card that I made, and I'm going to make one up very quickly for you today. Now let me just get my glue out. It's good. And what I've done a little bit of prep because there's a few of these. I'm actually making a box set of this. So I've got my basic white base. I've got Golden Glow and white. Now this one I didn't emboss, but this one I did. I stuck the white on the Golden Glow and then I embossed it with exposed brick. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is put that on the card. Oh, before I do that, let's put the ribbon around it. Yeah, wants to stick to my finger. I'll actually wrap the ribbon around the back, and then I'll put the card on the on the base. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to tie the card in a bow. Around the card front. I still got a bit of glue in my finger. Okay. Might pull it that way a wee bit. Okay. Now I find when I'm going to do using a piece like this, I find it easier to knot it first. Gives you a stable base to work from. Okay. And then I'm just going to make my bow. So let's do that. It's a big bow at the moment, but we'll fix that up as we go through. I just want to tighten it up and then pull it back. There we go. I'll just leave it like that for the moment. Now, I built up a seam on the front. Yeah, I can see all that glue in my fingers. Just get rid of that so that I don't stick to things. And one thing I do need is this. Okay. And I am going to use Bev's trick of the rubber band around it and holding that out of the way so it doesn't get messed up. Okay, so what I'll do first is I think I'll put these on first. So let's get them. I've got 3 of them and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back. There we go. It's a bit harder to see at this time of night. Just starting to get dark here. Well, it is dark actually. In Sydney, it's winter. And then I've got 2 of these. And I have actually used a blending brush. This is white cardstock that I've die cut. And I've used a blending brush to just put some granny apple green on the leaves and stems. So I've done quite a lot of blending in this one. There we go. I'll pop that one on first. So I'm just building up, it's almost like a wreath type thing along the edge. And then we'll do this one. And almost there. That one can go up there like that. Okay, now I've got the rose and I've again used a blending brush with Golden Glow. And I also, maybe I don't have it here. That's very blush. This is Chris Cantle. You could use some Wink of Stella on this, which is what I might use today. Just to along the, it has sort of little cuts in the rose to give it the dimension. You can see that they sort of give it a little bit of dimension. If I hold it on its side, you can see that they cut through. Okay, so let's pop that back on. I'm going to get my dimensionals out and pick, and I shall put them on. So basically when I've been doing this, I just used Golden Glow very lightly across it and that should be enough. Take the backs off. And in there. Get rid of that. So you can actually see the finished one there. And I've got all but one done. Okay. Bit humid, so okay, I'm going to pop that like that. I could make the center darker if I wanted to. I'm just going to leave that one as it is. And then I've got Have a Good Day, which I've embossed in white. And I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3 dimensionals on the back. Now I'm going to decorate some envelopes as well with probably the same rose. I haven't had time to do that because it's been a very busy week. Popping that on there. Then I've got the In Color butterflies. Open them up. Oh yeah, I've opened up the side. Sometimes do that. And I'm going to put some of the Golden Glow ones on it. So I'll pop one there. And I'll pop one there. And now in this one I put a little one on that, but I don't think you can see it. So instead of putting it on the sentiment, it doesn't want to go anywhere, I'm going to pop it there like that. So that is my other card. Okay, so it's the first card, and I will trim that off later. Okay, second card. See the piece I cut out here? I have this. This is it here. And this is the card I made. So basically, I used that, some of the DSP, a gold strip on Golden Glow, and used gold embossing on it. And inside, I put wishing you a day of relaxation, happiness, and love, which is one of the sentiments. So let's get this one together. Okay. Very simple card, really. This is my center, and I've done this ahead of time. And all I'm going to do now is my runner, tape runner, the top there. I won't need this full length, but I've made it the full length anyway. Just putting it down so that I'm decorating the inside of the card. And take that off. Put some tape on the back. And that will be the inside of my card complete. This DSP goes so well with this Golden Glow. Okay. Now, I have, let's pop that up there so you can see. I have 2 of these flowers that I have die cut. But before I do that, let me get this. Just looking to see which way I want it. So I'm going to take it down that side, and I'm going to put it on the gold. That. There we go. And I am just going to put that straight on the card. So let's get some tape on the back and set it against the left hand side. Looks pretty good. Okay, now I was just working out what I'd done. So this was the inside. You can see that this is the piece that I used in there. I'm going to use the white side. It's double matted, but that's okay. I decided I wasn't going to separate those. Put it that way. And I'll pop that on the card. And then I've got some die cut leaves here. And I think I will do those next. So I'll at least put these ones on. So again, I've used the blending brush. I'll get that in a minute. It's rolled off the table. And I'll pop that there. Okay, stay. Don't stick to my hand. I need my silicone mat. Okay, now let's turn these over, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on them. Put my pick and get my dimensionals. Now, the reason that I put these up, I just wanted to make sure that that leaf was underneath the flowers, so that it looked quite good. So here we go. Should be enough. Stuck to my finger as usual. There we go. I'm going to put this one on first. Okay. And I'm working out what way I want to do this. I'm actually going to take that off there and put it up there. And remove this one from there and put it in the middle. Okay. Can you see I've left this side of the flower without anything? Just going to put a little bit of tape on it because I want it to go on top of that one. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to use my weaker Stella and just put some on the flower. You probably can't see that very well, but it definitely adds to it. Okay. Now, I've got two leaves here. Got a dark granny apple green one, and I'm just going to put some glue on. And you don't have to worry about this. There we go. It's going to go down there. And the other one I'm going to put up here. Let's I'll actually put this one down there as well, so that it fills round the bottom of the scallop. And then this one, I might actually, I don't know where I put the other one, but I'm thinking that I might put this one like that, so that it adds like that. Then I've got Happy Birthday, which I have embossed, and I am going to just die cut or fussy cut around this really roughly. I'm not putting any lines, I'm just going around where the print is. I want that curved a little bit more. There. Put that away. And a few dimensionals on the back. One there. And there. Couple more, one there. And I'm going to put 5 in this because I just want to make sure it stays. And just take the backs off. There we go. And I'm just going to pop that down there. Okay. Now, I think on my other table I've got some brass butterflies, which I saw today. There they are. And these are retired now, or about to be. They may be on clearance still. I'm not quite sure. I haven't checked recently. But I love these brass butterflies. And I want to put them up here. Okay. So put a little one in there. And a larger one up there. Okay. And that is the next card. So number 2. So that gives me 4 cards. I'm planning to do 8, so that it can get quicker. Okay. And this is one I designed myself. Put everything out. And basically, it's a bookbinder card. Can you see what I've done? I'll just use that. So let's put this together. Move those out of the way. Got the base, and I've got a fold, and I have some crisp cantaloupe this time. And what I'm going to do is stick the DSP to the cardstock. Now, at the moment, you can hardly see where it goes because, yeah, it's sort of, there is a border around it. But I've got a piece of ribbon which I want to tie around this before I put it on the card. I'll put that way because one side of this ribbon has a little bit more of a sparkle on it than the other. And I'm going to put it on tie knot before I put it on the card. See, keeps wanting to. There we go. Lost my knot. There we go. Let's do it again. Hopefully it'll work this time. Got a tiny little bit of glue on my fingers, which is not helping. There we go. And I want to tie my bow. So I'm going to make 2 loops, and I'm going to pop one under the other because I want to make sure that these ends stay together. Let's just check that that's happened. Still not quite happy with that. Let's pull it, undo it, and do it again. I will actually do it the other way, I think. And then hope that we can get made it not quite even, so I'm going to make it shorter. There we go. I really want it that way, so I'm going to redo it, and I'm really not happy that it's tight enough because it slipped as I was doing it. So I will open it up with my peak because I don't want to destroy the ribbon. And I will tighten that bottom one. So it's actually sitting up a bit. But I actually want to even it out a little bit more. So let's make sure that these 2 ends, see how one's longer than the other at the moment? I want to bring it round a bit more. This one I wish I had 3 hands. Sometimes it is tricky. Other times it goes just perfectly. There we go. That should be better. Okay, now I'm just pulling it a little tighter than I need to at the moment. Because when I see how it's happened, because I can pull that back a bit so that it tightens it up. Then I'm going to do my double bow. 2 loops and put one under the other. That way, these tails go the same way. And if I can, I don't know where my other scissors are, but I'll use these ones. They're pretty sharp. Okay, to do that. You don't want it too tight, but you want it like that. Then I'm going to put tape on the back of this. That took a lot longer than it should have, but now these things sometimes happen. And I'm going to put it on the card. I could have put it on the inside and right around, but I've just done this one slightly differently to the other one. Now, let's do the other side. This should be a lot easier. There we go. Just want to make sure it's square because it's 10 in one direction and I think it's 9.5 in the other. It's not quite happy that that's right. It needs to be closer to that edge. That's it. So when I put it on, it's going to go like that. So let's get that on. Now I can put that on so it matches up with the other one. But I've got a little bit of a scallop here that I've done. I just cut a little piece of the crisp cantaloupe and I'm just going to put it on top. So just going to put some tape along like that and set it right along the edge so it actually covers this side. So it looks almost like a little pocket, doesn't it? So that's what I've done. And then I've got my sentiment, which I have done in, this one I've done in gold. I probably should have done it in crisp cantaloupe, which I could do on the other side, but I think it'll show up. Yeah. Popping it on there. The crisp cantaloupe would have been much better. So I might gently just put that on a little bit so you can see what I'm going to do. And I've got one, should have another one of those flowers. Best laid plans. One. Got some leaves. Probably hiding on my table somewhere. Because I was pretty sure it fell out. But anyway, I'm going to show you how it goes together and I will finish it off later. So basically that's going up there like that, but I'm going to do that in crisp cantaloupe. I'm putting my leaves here with that there, and I will do the same on this side when I find the other flower, which has disappeared. Okay, so that's what I'll be doing. And then I've got some of these deer dots, which I think have expired, but this garden green is absolutely perfect to put on that. So that is my card. And I'm on to the last one now. Now, I was looking at this one And I actually really like this one. I wanted to try and use different in colors and to match the DSP. So here we go. This one is Berry Blush as the base, and I've used gold with this. So let's get this together. Okay, I'm going to do the inside first. Now, just pull all of those out. And get rid of that. I'm just going to pop that on the inside. Set that up there for now. You can see it. Somebody roll again. And this is like a center opening card. There we go. Now I'm going to actually decorate the whole card first. So I've got 2 pieces of gold, and I haven't bothered cutting the center out of these ones. I could have done so, but I'm just going to place this on top. So let's get this on. The gold. This is a great one to use gold with because it's got the gold in the DSP. And do the same with this one. Okay. Now, that is going to go on the front. I just want to make sure that the leaves are going similar ways. Not that I think it really matters, but yeah. So let's pop those on the card itself. Put that on the right side. Feel needs to go in a teeny bit. Almost. That's better. And let's do the other one. I wanted to go that way. Wanted to line up with the other one. Okay, so that's the base of my card done. Now, what I've done is I have cut a gold scallop out with the scallop blooms, and I've got a piece of Betty Blush. What I'm planning to do is, this is one where I've just used the outside scallop, and this one I've used 2, and I'm going to put some glue around that and show you what. Just all the way around. And then I'm going to place it on top of this one, and it should fit exactly on top. There you go. You can't see the border. But this is the center of another one that I did, and it's going to go on the center of the card. So I decided that I've got You're a Blessing to Me in gold, but I decided what I wanted to do was to raise it up. So I'm going to get a few dimensionals all the way around. Do this before I do anything else. And place it on the card. Now the trick with this bit is I should put one in the middle as well. When you go to do this card, get those all off. There we go. I'm going to pop it up the top so it looks like that. Okay, now I'm actually going to place this on the card. Now, if I glue the whole back of this, I won't be able to see the inside of my card. So I'm only going to do half of it. So I'm going to put it like that. And about there. So a little bit. There we go. Okay. So that's the front of the card. Now I've got some, and that was what I needed the blending brush for. Got a piece of paper here. Pop that up there. Whoops. And I needed two colors. Just give me 1 second. I'll get my pretty blush. Pretty blush. And the other one. This one will do. I think that one would do, yeah. Okay, so got my burly blush. And I'm going to pop these. I've got 3 of these. And they're sticking to my finger. Got my burly blush, which I'm going to just check that where I wanted. I don't want it too strong on the edges, but I do want it more strong in the middle. Okay, so you can do it like that. And this one I might make even a wee bit lighter. Okay, that should do. Okay, now I could have colored those in with the blends like that, but I think that that's okay. But I do have right here, this is Burly Blush. Yeah, this is the shimmer pen. And what I'm going to do is right where those lines are and in the center, just going to use that like that. This is one way to use it. You can use it as a splatter, which I will show you at another time. Different ways to use this. Now you'll know I've 3, but I've only got 2 in the front. Okay, there's a reason for that in a minute. Okay, now I shall get these. I've got 1, 2, 3. And I was going to do those in garden green, which I think I have. Let's see. Maybe not. Garden green, just a second. There we go. Because I think the garden green goes quite well with this. I could even do, let me see what I did with those ones. Yeah, I'm going to use garden green. Let's move those out of the way. Over here. And all I'm going to do is just, whoops, that's a bit strong. Shall hide that behind. It's 1. That's much better. I was very naughty. I didn't rub it off first, but that's okay. And then I've got this one. And loaded the brush up a little bit more than I anticipated. Okay, let's close that. Now, I'm going to build my card. The other thing I have is I got some Burly Blush ribbon and some gold. And I cut the ribbon in 4 long lengths. About, what are they? A bit over about 10 centimeters, 11 centimeters, each of them. And I tied them with a piece of gold thread. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick those on the card when I can find my glue dots, which I've been working on behind me as well. So here's my pick. So what I want to do is to put that on first. Okay, and because it is fairly big, I'm going to put at least 2 glue dots on the back there. Now, let's get our card, and I'm popping that right down there. Okay, now you can see that some of those ends are a little long, so just trim them off a little bit. Ah, pull that down instead of being up there. Okay, still got a little thread on the end of it. There we go. So that is going to be there. And then, and I've got a bit of green on that one. And I've got these two, but I'll tell you what I'll do. I shall pop that one there like that. And this one on top. I do it this way. Like that. Okay, so let's get some dimensionals on the back. Got some green on my hand is the problem. Okay. 1, 2, one's too close to the other one. They're all sticking to my finger. 3, 4, and put 4 in the other one as well. Well, actually, I might just put 3 on it. Okay, so let's get this one on first. Get the backs off. Squeeze the shadow of my hand. I'm going to pop that one like that. And then this one, take the backs off. And I'm just going to layer that. Actually, what I want to do is move that down a little bit so that that one, whoops, it's already sticking to everything. Best laid plans, look at that. There we go. Doesn't want to stick to the card, but it wants to stick to me. There we go. Can add more to it if I want to. And I should have put these on first, shouldn't I? That's okay. I should have put that on first before I put that on. Let's pull that off. Stick that in. I actually think I want to just, let's take that off again. I'm doing a great job on my last one here, because I want to put this dark one on like that. So let's get some glue. I'll show you why. I just did it the wrong way around. I'm going to pop it like that. And then I'm going to put this one, which has somehow got twisted, up here like that. Okay. Nearly done. We'll put it like that, I think. There we go. And then Might put a couple more blue dots or dimensionals on this just to make sure it sticks this time. That's the top one. This is the bottom one. So I'm going to pop it that way. And then I'll put the top one on like that. Okay. Now, when I open up the card, I've got a little bit of a dimensional there that I don't really want. When I open up the card, it's fairly plain on the inside, so I've got another little leaf and this. So all I'm going to do is to place this on flat with some tape and just a little bit of glue in these. Now, and pop that underneath it like that. And that's added to the inside of the card. Okay, so that's our card. And the only thing that I haven't done, and I don't even know if I put them in, is I had, and I think I might have used them in another design, some of these gems. I think they're in another box, but they shouldn't be. But oh no, these ones will do. I'll use these ones. So what do I want? I thought that I actually wanted to put the darker ones on, the crisp cantaloupe ones on this. The reason for that is that if I put one of these, they sort of disappear. So using the crisp cantaloupe ones works really well. Put back in there. And that is my other card. Okay. Slightly different to what I had planned, but yep, that's it. Now, what I've done is I made a box. I'm just going to quickly show you. It opens up. So I used a piece of two-tone cardstock, 12 by 12. And what will happen is all of these cards, we get them all. That back there for a second. And they will fit in here as a gift with envelopes as well. Okay. And all I've done is put a piece of ribbon around this, covered it all with DSP, and just tied a bow at the bottom. Makes a lovely gift for someone. And that's it. And again, I used one of the die cuts and some of the leaves. And I used, for this here, I used Lost Lagoon. I was trying to think what I'd used. So that is my cards for today. I should have, yeah, there's a green one that I could have used, but I'm not going to use that one. Okay, so there we go. So that's my project for today. I basically designed the box myself. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with the box. If you look very carefully underneath here, you will see I did a little punch. And I'll hold it up so you can see, for the ribbon to thread through the back so that it would hold together. So that's my project for today. Now, as many of you know, my daughter and I demonstrated lakeside retreat or waterside retreat on stage. I'm planning to use waterside retreat next week and show you some of the things from waterside retreat that I'm going to make. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet, but I will know by next week. I'm just a little bit behind this week with lots of things going on, but I am going to get organized. So that's my cards for this week, the 26th of May, and I hope you like my box. It's really pretty, isn't it? It really sparkles, and that you can maybe, if you want instructions, please let me know, and I can send those. I've got them somewhere. Okay, take care, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.